If you're thinking about buying a RAV4 or CR-V, stop for a second, because their biggest strength may have quietly become their biggest weakness. I've spent 23 years under the hood as a mechanic, and every single thing I'm about to tell you comes straight from real repair bills, real teardown reports, and real customers who got burned. Today I'm showing you 3 cars that cost almost half as much to own, skip the 2 most expensive failure points in the entire segment, and easily outlast everything Toyota and Honda are selling right now. Don't skip this one. The car at number 1 might be the best kept secret in the used car market. Number 3, the Kia Forte. And I know what you're thinking. A sedan. Stay with me, because this is where the math actually gets brutal for the RAV4 and CR-V crowd. The Forte runs a SmartStream 2.0-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, paired with a conventional automatic transmission. No turbo. No CVT. Just a simple, gear-driven automatic doing exactly what it was built to do. For a decade, without drama. Here's what changed. The older Kia lineup had a rough reputation, and honestly, some of that was earned. But the current Forte shares its engine architecture with the same SmartStream family that fixed Kia's biggest problem. Different oiling system. Different internals. None of the connecting rod issues that plagued the old Theta engines. I have to be straight with you, because that's what this channel is about. If you're looking at a Forte from before 2019, be careful. That generation used an older engine with documented reliability complaints. But the 2019 and newer Forte is a completely different car under the hood. Clean slate, new platform, new engine. And here's the number that should stop you in your tracks. RepairPal rates the Forte's average annual repair cost at just $395 a year. That's less than a RAV4, less than a CR-V, less than almost anything in its class. Kia backs it with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty from the factory. Toyota gives you 5 years and 60,000 miles. Honda, the same. Kia doubles it. Let that sink in for a second. Kia is telling you, in writing, that they trust this engine more than Toyota trusts theirs. If you're buying a used Forte, here's your checklist. Confirm it's the 2019 or newer body style. Pull the Carfax and check for any engine-related warranty claims. And verify the 10-year warranty transfers if you're not the original owner. Most of the time it drops to 5 years and 60,000 miles for a second owner, which still matches Toyota and Honda. Who should buy this car? You want the lowest cost of ownership of anything on this list. You want a factory warranty that actually protects you instead of running out right when problems start. And you want to pay half, sometimes less than half, of what a used RAV4 or CR-V costs, without giving up reliability. Who should walk away? You need all-wheel drive for snow or towing. The Forte doesn't offer it. Or you're dead set on an SUV body style for cargo space. That's a fair reason, and I get it. My verdict. The Kia Forte is proof that bulletproof doesn't have to mean expensive. It's the car I'd point a first-time buyer or someone on a fixed budget toward without hesitation. And if you thought that was impressive, wait until you see what's coming at number 2. Because this next one adds something the Forte doesn't even offer, and it might be the single biggest reliability advantage on this entire list. Number 2, the Toyota Corolla. And before you roll your eyes because everybody already knows the Corolla is reliable, stick with me, because most people don't actually know why, and that why is exactly what's going to save you thousands. The Corolla runs a 2.0-litre dynamic force naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, paired with either CVT built specifically to handle Toyota's torque curve, or, on certain trims, a conventional automatic. Now, normally I'd tell you to run from a CVT, and on most cars, I still will. But Toyota's version is different, and I'll explain exactly why in a second. This is where the story gets interesting. Toyota redesigned this engine family from the ground up starting in 2020. Higher thermal efficiency, better cooling, and, this is the important part, a CVT that includes an actual physical launch gear for the first gear ratio. That one engineering decision eliminates the low-speed shuddering and belt stress that destroys other manufacturers' CVTs. It's a hybrid design, essentially a CVT wearing a gee's clothes for the part of driving that kills most CVTs. I need to give you the same honesty I gave you on the Forte. Toyota isn't perfect. Early 2020 and 2021 Corollas had some reported issues with excessive oil consumption on certain build batches, and there was a technical service bulletin issued for it. If you're buying used, ask for oil consumption records, or do a simple oil level check yourself before you sign anything. RepairPal rates the Corolla 4.5 out of 5, tied for the highest reliability score of any compact car sold in America, gas or hybrid. Average annual repair cost sits at just $362 a year. That's lower than the Forte. That's less than half of what most RAV4 and CR-V owners report once you factor in transmission and turbo-related repairs outside of warranty. If you're buying a used Corolla, here's your checklist. Confirm it's the 2020 or newer redesign, not the older platform. Check maintenance records for regular oil changes. This engine is sensitive to neglect. And if it's the CVT, listen for any whining or hesitation on acceleration during your test drive, especially from a stop. Who should buy this car? You want the single most proven reliability track record on this list, backed by literally millions of miles of real-world data. You want something that will start every morning for the next 15 years without asking anything of you. And you want a resale value that barely drops, because everyone else knows what you're about to learn. Who should walk away? You need real cargo space or all-wheel drive. The Corolla doesn't give you either. Or you're buying pre-2020, which is a completely different engine with a different risk profile. My verdict. The Corolla earns its reputation, and it earns it for the right reasons, not just brand loyalty. But it's not the most bulletproof car on this list. Not even close. Because the car at number 1 runs a drivetrain so simple, so overbuilt, that mechanics like me barely see it in our shops for anything beyond an oil change. And when you hear what it costs to maintain, you're going to want to go check listings the second this video ends. Number 1. And this is the one I promised you at the very start, the one that made me rethink what I tell people who ask what car to buy on a budget. The Mazda 3, specifically the 2019 and newer redesign with the Skyactiv-G 2.5. This is where I geek out a little, because what Mazda did with this engine is genuinely brilliant. The Skyactiv-G 2.5 runs a 13:1 compression ratio. For context, most engines run 10 or 11:1. Higher compression normally means more risk of detonation, more heat, more stress. Every other manufacturer chasing that kind of efficiency bolts on a turbocharger. Mazda said no. They engineered a 4-in-1 exhaust manifold that scavenges gas so efficiently the engine runs at 13:1 on regular unleaded, without knocking, without forced induction, without a single turbo component to ever fail. Paired with that engine is a conventional 6-speed automatic. Not a CVT, not a dual clutch. A real, gear-driven transmission with a lock-up torque converter engaged almost 90% of the time. Less slip means less heat. Less heat means the transmission simply doesn't wear the way a CVT or dual clutch does. This isn't a car engineered to be exciting off the line. It's engineered to still be running exactly the same way 15 years from now. Here's what changed from older Mazdas. The pre-2019 models had a different, less refined version of this engine family and some documented issues with cylinder deactivation systems on select years. If someone tries to sell you a 2016 or 2017 Mazda 3 and tells you it's the same car, walk away. It isn't. The 2019 redesign is a clean slate platform, new engine internals, new architecture. I need to give you the same honesty I gave you on the last two. The timing chain on this engine is designed to never need replacement for the life of the car. Mazda states this directly. Compare that to a timing belt replacement on other vehicles at 100,000 miles, which runs $800 to $1,500. That repair simply doesn't exist here. The one weakness I actually see in my shop with these cars is the AC compressor. It's the most common unplanned repair, running $1,200 to $2,400 depending on the shop. That's it. That's the worst thing I can say about this car. RepairPal puts the Mazda 3 at 4.5 out of 5, one of the highest reliability scores of any compact sold in America. Average annual repair cost comes in at just $407 a year. Compare that to what a RAV4 or CR-V owner actually pays once you factor in a transmission issue or a turbo replacement outside of warranty. $2,300 to $3,400 for a single turbo swap alone, a repair that literally cannot happen on this car, because there's no turbo to fail in the first place. The cheapest repair is always the one that can never happen. If you're buying a used Mazda 3, here's your checklist. Confirm it's the 2019 or newer redesign with the 2.5 naturally aspirated engine, not the turbo variant, which uses different internals. Pull the Carfax and check for any engine or transmission-related warranty claims. And ask specifically about AC compressor history. If it's already been replaced, that's actually a point in its favor, not against it. Who should buy this car? You want the lowest long-term cost of ownership of anything on this entire list. You want an interior that feels like it costs $10,000 more than the sticker. Real stitching, soft-touch materials, a cabin engineered for people who actually drive their cars, not just commute in them. And you want something that starts every single morning, asks nothing of you, and never leaves you stranded on the side of the road. Who should walk away? You need maximum cargo space. The Mazda 3 is tighter than a Corolla or a Forte in the trunk. Or you're buying pre-2019, which is a completely different engine with a different risk profile entirely. My verdict: if I had to put my own family in one car from this entire list and know, without question, they'd never be stranded, never get hit with a surprise $3,000 repair bill, and never regret the purchase, it's the Mazda 3. Every single time. So there you have it. 3 cars that skip the 2 most expensive failure points in the entire market: turbos and belt-driven CVTs. No turbo to burn out. No belt to snap. No $3,000 surprise at 80,000 miles. Just simple engines bolted to real transmissions, built to go the distance. You now know more than 90% of people walking onto a dealer lot this weekend. Next time a salesman pushes the RAV4 or CR-V as the safe choice, you'll know exactly what's sitting under that hood. If this saved you from a bad decision, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which one you'd actually buy. And if you already own one, tell me your mileage. Over 2 decades of real, hands-on experience talking. Take it or leave it. I'll see you in the next one.